I shall check the things because I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I think oh gosh, I just realized what it was. It won't be necessary at the moment, but it'll be awkward as I have to put it together. So, well. My track IR stuff. That's all it is. But we'll get to that. For now, we will do the things. We are it is. I feel all sorts of confused about things since it's not at all the usual day that we do this. But haha, yay, we're back to the things. But this needs to be bum IFR, and we have to ATZ. Oh no, we did. We tried last time and things were strange. So it looks like we have these areas at the moment. So they've been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. They have been on for hour 43 minutes. Maybe just try this one down in this area and not over here because there's lots of big planes. So we'll go over here. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. So let's go down. Oh God. I will. Yeah, we'll go in this area. All right. So, less in that area, more in yes, in this ish area. Ooh, this one looks. Ooh, this one looks promising. Oh no, it's an alpha. Okay, what about this one? It's also an alpha. It's got a localizer, no glide slope though. So we have some options. But oh no, delta. No, 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 no. That is not a delta. Kako. That's kind of fun. Ugh. Should we? We should. We should just do an alpha. Blah, blah. Wait, hang on. Let me quick take a look. See here. Oh, that's why. Okay, so if we kind of stay in this-ish area, we'll be fine from elevation stuff. So perhaps, ooh, that would be kind of yucky to go from like here to then like that. That is a delta. I don't want to do the delta. We could. Well, are we? Are we going? Where were we going again? Hang on. Where were we looking? Kako. Yeah, Kako. Okay. Let us check to see if there's anything weird, which would make us not want to go here. It's fine. It's oh yuck! It is completely circling, but that's fine. It's fine. It's visual, so it's fine. Um. Yeah. 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 Okay. 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 Fine. Okay. Fine. Okay. Fine. Circling. Okay. To the grass runway is not available. Circling to runway 35 is not authorized at night. So we will go to 17. I think the wind was calm and not likely to get to pick up at all. So yeah, okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. Now we got to figure out where we are starting from. Yano. I am frightened, Yano. Silly. Okay. How about to this one? Fredericksburg. Sorry. That was sure, why not? So we'd be going outbound in the 284 while also getting dillo like an armadillo. And then going like that. Can I do? Oh no! Why won't we just go there and then there? Ah, genius. K282. KT82. Just kidding. T82. Not long enough. Sorry. Ooh, if we do that, then we can. Ooh, yes, maybe. Curve. Do not throw us any curve balls. Perfect. Okay, so let us simply. Do we just go like here? Oops. Boom. No. Excuse me. Boom. There. And then boom. There. And then we would go do our procedure turn. And I guess we could figure out how we will enter the procedure turn. Ooh, yucky. Hang on. Let me see something quick. I don't. T82. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think it counts though, so never mind. Kerrville. Kerrville it is. Okay. So we have our route. We have our initial airport, our destination airport, our departure airport, our destination airport, our takeoff minimums. Irv. There it is. Takeoff minimums. Runway 3 again. We'll figure out where we're taking off from. 0 degrees at 0 knots. Let us see if we have any. What's the word? Calm wind runway. I do not see one, but usually, from what I've heard, it is the one mostly north. 30. Yeah, 30, because then we can turn right and head straight to our VOR. Excellent. So that is our plan. So 30 standard with minimum climb of 215 feet per nautical mile to 2,300 or 1,300 feet, 3 statute miles for visual climb over airport. For visual climb over airport, obtain ATC approval for that when requesting IFR clearance. Climb and visual conditions to cross Kerrville, Muni, Lewis, Shriner Field at or above 2,800 before proceeding on course. Oops. No. There. That is one of the things that I need to go over at some point, is the visual climb over airport. But for now, we will ignore it. Oh my gosh. Loss of the obstacles. Mainly from runway 3, it appears. So, runway 30. Vehicle, tree, poultry, building, lighting. Fence, vehicles, trees, poles, building, trees, and tree. Excellent. Avoid the trees. Plan is going to be, we're going that-ish way and that-ish way. So 4,000 we'll just go with. Yes. This sounds like a plan. 4,000. I like it. So we're doing that whole thing, and then we shall brief our approach. VR Alpha, Yano, Muni. It is up to date. Llano, Texas, Vortac 108.2, approach course 089 degrees. Runway length, not available. Touchdown zone elevation, not available since it does not go to a specific runway. Airport elevation is 1102. Circling runways 1331 not authorized. Circling runway 35 not authorized at night. When local altimeter setting not received, use Burnett altimeter setting and increase all MDA 80 feet. Again, we were thinking of doing these flights at night to simulate more instrument conditions, but we shall see about that. Missed approach, climb to 2200, then climb to 2200, then climbing left turn to 500, direct Llano Vortac. And hold question mark. Special Sunday edition. Nice. Yes, it is. It's going to be a busy week for me this week. And I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to get the stream in on Tuesday. And then I don't know if I'll be able to get it in on Thursday. So I'm like, we're going to do it today. So hello, how is it going? Hope you're well. So yes, it is. It's a little bit weird. I kind of forgot that it was Sunday, and then I remembered it was Sunday, and then it was it is. It's a strange sensation, but we're working through it. Yes, did that part. So yes, our MSA is 3,700. So what we're gonna end up doing, yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. So yeah, so technically, since we're coming up in through here, whoosh, and then the hold will be like whoosh, like so, like so-ish. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, yeah, I'm like 95.75% certain it's just gonna be parallel. Is the what's the word? Is like the calculated recommended and entrance into the hold. We can draw it out in paint. But yes, that is what it would be for now. Or that is what we can expect ish. So we'll come through here on the VOR, into the VOR from here on the Victor Airway. We can parallel 089er on the 269er radial. We'll turn around and come in like so on a minus 30 is a 59-degree heading to re-intercept the VOR and turn one. Actually, no, sorry. We wouldn't have to do that because the procedure turn counts as our hold to enter, get onto the approach. So then we do our procedure turn above 3,500. Once we cross over the Vortac again, that's our final approach fix. Then we descend down to our circling minimums of 1720. And then 6.5 DME is our missed approach point. Where we then go straight ahead, climbing 2200, left turn to 3500, back to the VOR. But if we are able to land, we cross over the runway and circle into 17. Because again, if we are doing it at night, 35 is not authorized. Yes. Quick thank you for the free MSFS plane. Oh, for the Wednesday stream. Yes, got that for Team Tomcat. Is it fun? Your son have been begging you to play. Oh, so it especially made his day. That is so awesome. I'm so glad. Have you guys been flying it? Oh, I'm so happy. Yes. Congrats again for winning. That's so good. It's fun. Yay. Oh, that just made my entire week already. Like, week has been made. I'm so happy. You're flying a lot. Oh. I was almost gonna ask for like pics or something in Discord, but like, You don't have to like do doxing things or anything, but if I don't know, I don't know. You don't have to. I just got really excited. I appreciate the story. So yay! I am. I'm so happy. I'm glad that worked. Will do. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. That does it. Makes me so happy. Oh, so why that one specifically then for him? I mean, apart from it being very cool. That's so cool. Oh. So yes, so we did that. We should file our flight plan. I think that's it for now. Filing of the flight plan. We're gonna try it this time again. November Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Aircraft type C152. Light equipment Alpha. Departure, I don't remember. Curve. Off block. We're gonna try and make it 0400. Altitude 4,000. Airspeed 105. Arrival Cacao. En route time 33 minutes. 0033. Fuel endurance. Oh, 400. Oops. 400. Route details. We are going to Steve Vortak. That is not what it is. Let us learn what it actually is. Stonewall. Okay. Via Steve. I'm going to accidentally say that. Victor 568. Victor 568. Over to Yano. But it is LLO. 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 No to VATSIM. Get out of jail free card. Sorry. Okay. Remember, Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1 IFR C152 light for our wake equipment Alpha departure Irv off block 0400. We're just gonna say 0415 to be safe. Question mark. Altitude 4,000. Airspeed 105. Arrival Cacao. En route time 33 minutes. Fuel endurance or 0400. Okay, I should say. Where are we actually? From Kerrville to Stonewall, Victor 568, Yano Vortak, and Yano Airport, Yano Muni. Okay. There. Okay. Let's do this again. It is not Steve. It is not Steve. Kerrville, Stonewall, Victor 568, Yano Vortak, Yano Muni. Okay. Okay. We're going to do it. We're going to say it. We're going to file it. Flight plan filed. Yay, it actually worked this time. He's too young to watch Top Gun, but heard about it from friends. You would have gotten an F-16, but you do things as a parent to make your kids happy before you fulfill your own wants. Fair enough. But that was a really cool one. So I'm glad that it is fun, and I'm glad that you're getting to fly it a bunch. And that worked out really well. So I'm very happy. I'm happy for you. It's fun. And yes, good parenting. Absolutely good parenting. Okay, so we're gonna get in the sim? Question mark? Yes. We'll start. Shoot, hang on. Now the awkward part comes in. Yes. Look at the beautiful clouds. I forgot to put up my sorry. There. It is perfect. Oh God, it's stuck. That's there. I could mute myself during these things, but that would be less fun, wouldn't it? less amusing, perhaps. Ugh. Sorry. There. Are we good? Is that all we needed? You can confirm my flight plan is in the system. Yes. I don't know what happened the last time. But it is. It's good now. We are on track this time. Ha ha ha, on track. But plain jokes. Plain. Oh, it is only Sunday and it's already like I'm sorry. Wee. Ah. But yes, I am. I'm still trying to get a better sleep schedule. But so oh gosh, I don't even want to say it. So far so good. We're getting the sim within half an hour of starting the stream. So that's a good sign so far. But again, now I feel like I have jinxed it. Knock on all of the wood. That's all the wood I have here. Wood, a wall there. Yes. Sim should be potentially hopefully coming up there. We will boom. That's not what I wanted. So we will do the holding thing. I'll bring up paint for the craft clearance, but we'll do the holding thing first. Oops. Oh, shoot. I adjusted the disclaimer just slightly, so I hope that it makes sense and is less able to be, what's the word? I don't even know what the word is that I'm trying to say. Less loopholey. Paint. Okay, so for our hold, we are coming on. Hello. Mustafa, thank you for the raid. How is it going? How is your stream? What were you doing? Welcome. Wait, it's Sunday. You were doing karaoke, were you not? How did the karaoke go? Welcome, everyone. Moose Heart. Moose Raid. Hello. Good to see you all. Well, we're just about to do some learning. Not some learning. Holding. Going over holding pattern things. That was a very terrible slip of the tongue. No learning. So yes, so that's what we're about to do now. I'm gonna draw terribly, and you're about to meet oh god, what is his name again? Parallel the Holdaput. He is my hold companion. And you might not be able to see him properly, but I will do my best. Raid. Hello. And chicken, hello from the Moose Lodge. Good evening, Heidi and Aviation Chicken. Hello. That is definitely not his voice, but it is for now. It was fantastic. Yay. Excellent. What? And Dashboard Duck, he will be here in a little bit, but we're gonna go over the holding. Not learning, just going over it. Has some competition. Oh no, what was his name again? Parallel the Holdapus. I shall explain. So all right, so going over, we'll go into the web first. So we have decided for this flight, we are going from Kerrville to Stonewall VOR along Victor 568 to Yano VOR for the VOR Alpha, at which point we need to do a procedure turn, so there's direct, parallel, and teardrop, and there's recommended entries for the hold based on which direction you arrive at the fix. So how that gets broken down is going back to paint. Wait, actually, so our inbound leg is on the 089. Oh, sorry. Yes, is on the 269 radial, and you will be flying a heading of 089 degrees. You can see my mouse, right? Yeah. So then you would turn outbound like so. It's a right-hand turn, and then you're holding to the west on a heading of 269 degrees. So that's our information. So how I end up figuring that stuff out, particularly when it comes to the written test questions, you're exhausted and still have a ton of stuff to do, so if you suddenly zone out or anything, that's absolutely fair. I mean, it is. It's a sleepy sort of a Sunday, right? I do. I kind of keep forgetting that it is, and then I kind of like, I don't know, it's a weird sort of a thing. Because it is. It's usually Tuesday, so we've already had some of the week, but no, it's the full week yet. Okay, so this is our fix. I apologize. And we draw our terrible, terrible hold. That just looks like a peanut. Control Z, Control Z. I'll try and make it smaller, actually. So, trying to make it, no. There. Okay, so here's our fix. That's not horrible. Okay, perfect. So here's our fix, right? So this line, I like to draw a nice line up here, is 89 degrees. And then we give it a little hat. Oops, sorry, hang on. We give it a little hat because that is the direction that we are turning. And then, yeah, we'll leave that for now. So here is, here's the fix. 89 degrees this way. So for figuring out the recommended entry procedure, you go 70 degrees in this direction from the hold. If the fix was on this side, you would add 70 degrees, but on this side you subtract 70 degrees. So you're going by your radials, if that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't make sense, and I'll try to explain it better. So this is 19 degrees. So if you are if you're coming into the fix within this area, this would be a teardrop entry. So then you take this and it is the reciprocal of this one. So that is +2 here minus, or just add 180. Add 180 is 199. 199 degrees. In this area, it is a parallel entry. And in this area, it is all of this in here is a direct entry. So how I remember that is this is an eye, this is the beak, and this is where the tongue would go. So that is the T. You label him as parallel the platypus or parallel the holdopus, and then you give him a nice tail with a D. It looks better when you when he's more tipped the other way. And I don't know. Maybe I do have it. Hang on. So yes, we'll continue. Oh, and then this is his little hat, remember. So I actually colored him and everything. I might have him on my computer. I will look for it in a second. But first we're going to figure out if I was correct that we are going to enter that hold parallel-wise. Not for you, it hasn't been. Not a sleepy Sunday. Okay, oh no. I hope it was a good, not sleepy Sunday, though. The fix is a ball of lint, pretty much, yes. Had lots of songs you really like and you had to sing along. Had to or got to. What are you looking at? This is Parallel the Holdopus, the abstract minimalist version. I have the images somewhere where I actually did all the things, but yes. Yes. It makes more sense when it's all colored and he's upright and stuff. A horrifying mistake of aviation nature. Also accurate. Looks like a potato with an aileron and a headlight. Ooh, it does as well. I love it. I love it. Yes, all absolutely accurate. Okay, now I have to find it. Hang on. Muting. Not muting. Minimizing. I have to find him. Okay, where am I looking? This PC. Gosh darn it, where'd I put him? I've had a thought. It might be easier. Hang on. Let me make sure my web is down. All right. Nope. I know exactly where to find him. Oh no! I thought I knew exactly where to find him. Gosh darn it. I may have to look, and I may have to post it in my Discord again. I must have done it from my laptop. Gosh darn it. There he is. I found him. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Oh god. So we're gonna put I have to present this in the absolute best way. All right, here we go. So, are you all ready? Are you all ready? You thought it looked like a bit like a capybara. Oh, cute. I love that as well. Lovely paint session, Houston. Center has signed off. Gosh darn. No, that is actually sad because we were ready to go, but oh well. That's okay. Well, yeah, that's okay. It gives us more practice time. What up? How's it going? Good to see you. All right. So, parallel the holdopus. Haha. Behold. Sorry. Nope, not that one. Shoot. I need to switch it. Behold. Sorry. Okens. There. All right. So if ATC says hold south over the OMN VOR on the 181 radial, make left turns. So we have our OMN fix right. If we were going to do left turns, we would draw it like so, and our little hat would go to the left. If we were doing right turns, it would go like so, because our hat would go to the right. Our inbound course is like so, that, and then our radial, we're on the 181 radial. Oh my gosh, did I mess that up? I freaking messed, nope, I didn't mess that up. Never mind. Ignore me. Anyway, so left turns. So we choose this one. Boom. This is our hold here. So again, then we take the reciprocal of the radial that we are on, and we give a loop. That's the top of his beak. 001. We add our 70 because this looks like a 7. And that gives us our teardrop area, right? And then yeah, and then we add the reciprocal there. So +2 -2 is 251. And then that area, we label him parallel. And then we give, I guess it's a flipper instead of a tail. We add a flipper at the bottom for our direct area there. Which, when colored and such, and putting details in it, is parallel the whole device. See? T for tongue. There's his beak, his hat. Parallel for our parallel. The hold-a-puss, trademark. And then his tail. Now, again. It is parallel the hold-a-puss. It says right there. I am not the best paint artist or artist at all, but it paints a picture. You, good to see you. It's still as confusing and cursed as it was the last time. Well, it works for me. And again, another bird sort of creature as my companion. He makes total sense. What are you talking about? You sent a picture of that aviation nightmare. The real nightmare is having to figure out entrances to the holds without parallel the hold-a-puss. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Honestly, I do it the same way every time, and I get it. I get it that way. So, maybe it is. Maybe it's just one of those things that only works for me. But it works for me. Oh God, I gotta switch that now. There, we'll go like that. So yes, there was your nightmare fuel for the week. I guess. Oops. Hang on. No. That one. Yes. Boom. And we'll minimize that for now. Going there. We got the sim up. That is still loading, so ignore that. Oops. Oh, and then we have to do our craft clearance. So, back to our lint stuff. File new. Should we save it? Let's just make a new instance of it, shall we? But why? New. You're not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Parallel shall haunt your dreams, but make you good at holds. It is a give and take sort of a relationship. Oops, not like that. Oh shoot, you can't see it yet. Hang on. Switching. I'm so good at these things. Why? There. Okins dokins. Perfect. There. And the eclipse is tomorrow. Is this thing going to rise out of the sea like Cthulhu? We read that. Was it just this past October? So it could be. It was preparing for it. Sorry. Apparently that's what you get on Sundays. One day, you may find yourself on a plane that's in trouble with the pilots incapacitated and no one aboard who knows at all how to fly. And you have this horrible feeling that the only things you'll be able to remember are where the emergency crank for the landing gear is likely to be. And that picture. Hey, if your plane has to enter a hold, you will know how, maybe. Or you will have an idea of how to figure out how. You just might not be able to figure out how. It's there, but it's not there. You took your 182 out yesterday and did 12 laps in the pattern. How did it go? Was it very fun? Wasn't it getting the avionics put in it, or am I mistaken? It's just an eclipse. Is it? Are you sure about that? Dun, dun, dun. You never know. You'll never know. We'll never know. It's always just an eclipse. It's always just a thing. Until it's not. So, craft clearance. We are going to cacao. Right? We're starting from curve. Going from curve to Steve, which is Stonewall. So Kerrville to Stonewall to Victor 568 to Yano, VOR to not Cabo. Cacao. New. Oh no, that goes a little bit long on the screen, but whatever. You know what I mean. Altitude is going to be whatever they assign us, and then expect 4,000 some minutes after departure. Frequency is whatever it would be. So we'll just be doing 122.8 question mark. They would give us a transponder code and then whatever else. So that is what we are expecting at the... Once we get all started up and everything, we will practice our actual clearance. So yeah, so that is... I guess I should also write it down. It went great. Yay. First time you took it out. Solo, the avionics upgrade begins tomorrow. Okay. Sounds good. So you had to get that time in. Nice. Yay. I'm glad. That is fun. What do we do? You're the only one who knows anything about planes. Fly along the beak of the platypus. What is this cryptic nonsense? You don't know, Eclipse is looking pretty crazy right now. So many people flooding the Dallas area, but the National Weather Service issues an enhanced convective zone there. Ooh, it sounds like a interesting... Oh, you said bad. Combo. Okay. I don't know. Could be fun. Well, 24 hours from now we'll know. Oh, yes, we will. I'm a little bit curious, because what actually is supposed to be the issue? Because I've heard that there's supposed to be issues, but I never actually got around to why. What am I doing? Scratch pad. Oops, not that one. Not that one. Scratch pads. New scratch pad. Boop. Craft clearance. So again, we're going to Yano. Oh, and you know what? For some reason, I decided to not put there. I like to do that because otherwise, if there's a VOR that has the same one, it could get confused or something. I don't know. That's why I do it. So, then no, that's fine. Curve to Stonewall, not Steve. Victor 568. Yano to Cacao. Climb maintain something. Expect Expect 4,000 in blank minutes. Frequency 122 point yet. Excellent. There we go. There is that. Boom and boom and boom. That can go. That can go up. Curve. There. Oh. All right. Oh, and I have to do the thing. I checked all the things. We did all the things. I have to do the VATSIM thing. Oh no. I'm seeing some. Oh shoot! I keep forgetting to update VATSIM. Oh, thank you for the follow. Honoree. Honor, yay! I hope I pronounced it correctly. Let me know if I didn't. But otherwise, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here and for putting up with my shenanigans. I promise I am a perfectly competent pilot. At least in the air. All right. Yeah, so you did. You said that we don't have any actual ATC. Shucky darns. Again, like I am a little bit sad. I was looking forward to it as I was looking forward to it last time, but ah well. Tis what tis. Oh, well, actually, hang on. Let me just, oh no, take a look, see. Since we have started doing stuff in the sim, it usually does kind of get, what's the word? Uncooperative for a little bit. So if there's any jumbliness on the stream, it will float away. So yes, apologize for that for a little bit, but it will calm itself down. Oh, that's what we were doing. Hang on. Sorry. Since we are having to do the thingy, what is happening? That's what's happening. Okay, we're questionable. What is happening? I think we're okay. All right. So, VATSIM has its new thing where we have to actually do the correct CTAF, correct? So, oops, you can't see it. Hang on. Boop and a boop. So we're starting at Kerrville. We will be calling on 122.7 here. See, can you see my mouse? Yes. 122.7. So we'll be calling there for, oops, sorry. And then 123.05. Yeah, right pattern for 17 and 31. Since it's a circling approach, I'm not actually sure. So getting down, So getting down to 1720 by like at least a mile out. So 5.5 DME. then we'd be able to do a right pattern in for 1-7 instead of crossing the field. I'm not sure actually if we have to abide by the right pattern thing if we're doing an approach. I would want to say, for to be safe, yes. So that's what our plan will be, is to get into a right downwind. Yeah, we will. We'll plan for that. What were we looking at? Oh yes, our C task. So that was 122.7. I'll actually. Oops, that's not what I wanted. 122.7. And then 123.05. All right. Ready to fly. Except general options. Freaking windowed. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why it does it every freaking time. Resume. Okay. Let us do our pre-flight. There. Okay. Oh, look at the stars. No longer look at the stars. There's dashboard ducky. Hello, hello, greetings, he says. Looks frightening. Sort of like, what's that thing? The Freddy thing. Freddy Fazbear. Five Nights at Freddy's, that thing. I was going to say something else, but that would sound strange, so we'll leave it at that. Okie dokie. For now, well, hello. We will turn off the pretty night sky. Noom. And we will do our thingies. So Hobbs. And then we do our electricals. So battery, pitot, nav, beacon, taxi, landing. Flaps. Fuel gauges looks good, but we'll check it and put it on. So we have that nav light, beacon, nav light, landing light, taxi light. Flaps are down. Grasp the pitot. Just kidding. Hang on. Oops. To full screen, it just hit Alt Enter. See, I think I trust you. Thank you. I wasn't sure if maybe you were gonna trick me, but I do. I trust you. Not that you might not trick me, but in that instance, I didn't think so. Thank you. That was awesome. Grasp the pitot tube, feel that heat, and turn it off. Control the space. Noom. All right, so now we check our liquids. Drain a little bit of fuel from that wing. We're looking for any sediment. We don't want that in there, as well as for any bubbles settled to the bottom. That indicates the presence of water. We do not want that in the tank. Tanksa. So that is why we drain a little bit of fuel from this wing as well. We can also give it a nice sniff to make sure that it is 100 LL. Look at that nice blue tint. If it is difficult to tell, hold it up to something white. And then, yeah, dump it out somewhere good. And then drain a little bit of fuel from the belly if that is where if you have another one there. Otherwise, there's a strainer in the cockpit or by the dipstick. And then we visually check our tanks. Hello, greetings, moonwalk. So let us. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can fill the fuel in the iPad. I can fill the oil. Speaking of, let us check the quantity of our oil. Maintenance 6.5 looks good. Excellent. Pretty sure I can tell when you're in a mischievous mood or not by now. I think so. That's why. Like, I do worry sometimes about people telling me to press keys and stuff. But, like, yes, I do. I think I can get a sense of you at least by now. I hope so. So yes, we checked our oil, made sure that was good. We visually checked. All of our liquids are completed. So we check our static port, avionics vent, cockpit vents, pitot tube, drain hole, stall horn, leading edge of the wing, give the wing a little wiggle. Then we raise up our aileron, check our bolts. 4 bolts, wiggle the rod, 4 bolts, as well as make sure that our, I don't have the yokes on. There we go. Yoke turning that way. Flaps connection, rod connection. Tire, check for any leakage, brake fluid. Antennas. Elevator, if that's the word that I'm looking for. Lift it up. Make sure that yoke is coming back. Then push down. Look at that. Those connections in there. Rudder. Give it a little itty bitty. That's not what we're supposed to do. A little tiny, just a little itsy bitsy one to just make sure it goes. Never mind. Lift it up on it to make sure it's connected to the vertical stabilizer. Check those connections. Same thing on that elevator there. Trim tab, look underneath. So yes, that's one of the things that I've been noticing, which makes absolute sense. And honestly, I don't think that I ever actually, maybe I had heard those specific words, but it never actually came up until I started my CFI training, is not to lift up on the trim tab. So, and that's for my 2 students now that I have had, and one not quite a student. It's just grabbing onto the trim tab, and it's like, oh no, don't do that, sort of a thing. And then I feel bad because it's like, that was me neglecting to say that. So that's one of those things where it's like, got to add that into the walk around, is like, don't grab the trim tab. Do not. Oh, that could be a good beat. Do not grab that. I can't make it into anything interesting, but somebody should. Don't grab the trim tab. But yes, grasp it on the actual elevator portion, and then lift up on that. And then same thing. Check those connections, fuel caps, antennas, and then student chicken can do the other side. Excellent. We've done that. Now we can do the leading edge of the propeller, both sides, and then the trailing edge, both sides, checking for any significant nicks or cracks. Exhaust port, make sure that's solid. Air intake, sure that's clear. Oh my goodness, are you ready for this? So, very, very recently, I added into my walk around the shimmy damper. And since I did, my friend instructor introduced me to it, and I must have misunderstood. I am making a point, and you're in my way. There. Okay, fine. Stay right there. So the shimmy damper right there, right? And I had always been, make sure there's a little wiggle to it. So I'll tell a story of why we were going on a flight later, but I was with for instructor again. If you go in front of my, okay, thank you. I was going on another flight with for instructor in a different aircraft, and I checked the shimmy damper and it wasn't moving. And I was like, isn't there supposed to be movement in the shimmy damper? And he's like, no, there's not supposed to be movement. And I was like, but the plane that we usually fly has movement in the shimmy damper. And he's like, well, yeah, there's not supposed to be movement on it, but most aircraft do. And I was like, I have been doing it wrong this whole time. So yeah, that was fun. While you have it on the brain, Alt Space brings up a menu that lets you maximize, minimize, and move the window around with the arrow keys. I didn't see a menu. Alt Space, you said? I kind of don't want to mess with anything because I would break something. But I would like to remember that and play with it next time. Or like later. That sounds interesting. Are you supposed to like hold the keys down or something? I'm curious. So yeah, so shimmy damper is not supposed to move. For anyone who didn't know that, me. Yes, and then clearance for the nose wheel, 4 fingers or a fist. Again, make sure the tires all look good, and then look at how pretty. Make sure she looks solid. Most excellent. So, yes. Mostly useful because Windows has a bad habit, of spawning programs off screen. Why? Also probably won't work now in full screen, but anything windowed it should work on. Okay. So you alternate the space. I will hopefully remember it now. Because I know control the space, at least in here, puts me where I'm supposed to go. So if I want to alternate the space, I should... She got them Heelys! God, I'm old. Yeah. Yes, alternating the space. I will hopefully remember that then. Because I do. I like my keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so that is good. Do the things, and then we check our checklist. Make sure that's all good. Boom, 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 boom. I am safe checklist. I hope you can't hear that because I'm sure it's very charming. My slurpage. Okay, we're going to bring this back up again. Just like a smidgen-ish. There. Okay. So now you're going to be a problem there. She did it again. Shift P. There we go. Oh, holding the brakes. Don't mind me. All right. Shift P. All right. Good. Okay. So now we're going to do our startup. Well, actually, we'll do our final walk around. Does the things. Checks our control surfaces. Make sure we didn't leave a gust lock in. Hello. Make sure the oil and the dipstick cover is on, as well as make sure the strainer isn't leaking. Fuel caps are on. Nothing left on the cowling or anything. No ties, chocks, tow bar. Excellent. All right. So, no talking during takeoff and landing. Seatbelts on at all times. Exits out the doors to the left and right. For now, make sure they're shut and locked. If we are going to hand over the controls, if I'm going to hand over the controls to you, we will have a positive exchange of controls where I will say you have the control or your controls, and then you'll say my controls, and then I'll say your controls, and we will visually verify as we are saying those things. And then, yeah, if we lose power on the rollout, we'll stop on the remaining runway. If we lose power after takeoff and we are below 1,000 feet, we will land straight ahead. If we are above 1,000 feet, we will consider turning around, landing back on the runway. We do have calm wind right now, as far as I saw before, so it is potentially more likely that we may do so. So, now we do the things. Seat, track, bag, and lock, chicken. There was I have to I'll get to that story. I have a story about the seat track. It's not bad, but it's, yeah, we'll get to it. So, circuit breakers. Pedal test. Brakes. Circuit breakers, but a lot. Also visually checking in this aircraft. Oops, I got to turn that off again. Mixture full, oops, sorry. Mixture full rich, throttle slight, carb heat is in, beacon is on. This one does require primer. 2, clear left, right, ahead, and back. Clear prop. Hand on the throttle. Oops, the other way, thank you. Come on. Whee! And then we do our avionics, so nav lights. We will be putting our taxi light on soon-ish. I can't see anything. Oops. Ah! Sorry, pressing buttons that I shouldn't be. Okay. And then our flap. Ah, wrong button. Flaps go up. Sorry. Okay. We're also going to connect ourselves to the tracker so that I can see where we are going on the runway. Oops. 4,000 from curve to Stonewall to What runway were we taking off? We have some NOTAMs, which we would have checked if we were doing an actual flight. Victor 56856 to yo to Cacao. There. Okay. Do our low IFR. Then our airport diagram goes on the map. We're going to take off 30 and yeah, we'll wander down and do our run. NOTAMs are just a bunch of garbage. According to, was it the NTSB guy? Which guy was it? FAA guy? It was one of them. So I put our mixture out just a little bit because this airplane does not like to run full rich on the ground. Yeah, NTSB guy. I mean, that's the thing, is like there are significant ones and ones that you really need to be aware of. And then the point he was making was there's so many that are not entirely irrelevant, but not as urgently necessary as the other ones. So the ones that you should actually be aware of get buried beneath relatively less necessary ones. Information. Yeah. Yeah, that. Ah. Me trying to say all the right things when NTSB guy can just say, come out and say they're garbage. Anyway. So yes, we're taxiing down to 3-0. We'll do our run up. We will open our IFR. No, I guess we will obtain our clearance. I have a story about that. Well, I guess I can go over that a little bit. Okay, so we're trying to stay on the center line like normal people. Ducky's having a great time. Oh, and I guess I should turn those off so I'm not cheating when we're in the air. Oh, you know what? Should we make this an actual night flight? Should we? So we're checking our gauges. All the things look good. Speed looks good. Speed's not coming up or doing anything strange. Attitude indicator is level. It is not showing turns more than 5 degrees when we are going left or right. There's a word I'm looking for from that instead of that. Our altimeter we'll get with our weather down at the end. Our turn coordinator, the plane is showing a turn in the correct direction and the ball is in the opposite direction. Heading indicator is not spinning or doing anything strange. And vertical speed indicator is not... there is! What is the word? It's not diverting, but it's not... Oh, I can't think of the word. Those are not supposed to be there. It's not... Gosh darn it. You've been wondering if there's any room to streamline things in aviation lately. If there's a case, there's definitely no one I'm... Oh, yes. There are. There's a variety of things, but we were talking about some like last week, particularly the FAA questions on the written tests, and how, well, one, when you're first taking the tests, you know that some of them are trash to begin with, because they can be confusing and can have some of, like, it seems like the same answers, and then some of them are flat out wrong, and some of them are outdated. Some of the graphs, the images and stuff are outdated. The references that they're taking from are outdated, so the questions don't actually match the current information. And then, yeah, some of them are just flat out wrong for whatever reason. Whether whoever was making the question got the answer wrong themselves, or they had the question worded differently and then they changed the wording but then didn't change the answer. But I digress. A little bit more. Hi, y'all. How's it going? Good to see you. Aren't you glad you walked into this? But no, it is. One of the things that's also funny, though, is when you get into the CFI training and you're going over FOIs, and one of the things is make sure your students are not getting frustrated with your testing. Make sure your tests are accurate and reliable and things like that. And don't do trick questions. Don't use not questions and things like that. And it's just like, which do you want us to do? But anyway, again, now I digress. All right, done. So, yes, agreed. Moving on. Sorry. Weather. I'm also currently working through another written test, so it's fresh in the mind. and the frustration. Curve! Kilo, Echo, Romeo, Victor, the 8th at 0415 Zulu. Most recent automated. Hey, that was when we were supposed to take off. Automated 0 degrees at 0 knots, so wind is calm. 10 statute miles, clear of clouds. 13 degrees Celsius, 0 8 degrees Celsius for our dew point. 293 for our altimeter. Remarks AO2 differentiates precipitation. 13.2 degrees Celsius, 7.9 degrees for our dew point. 293, wind is calm. Okay. Oh, we also frequency. Oops. 122. One. That was our frequency for our next 123.05. Sorry. 3.05. So please remind me if I forget. That's our second airport, our destination airport frequency. Yeah. Departure frequency. We need 2 VORs. We need Stonewall 113.8 and 108.2. Oops. There. And we'll do both just to have them. There. Excellent. Okay, we're set there, set there, set there. Our first radial, and I have a confession to make about last week's. Was it last week's? Yeah, last week's disaster. It wasn't entirely there. Yeah, it was very terrible. So we'll go over that later. So first radial that we're going to do is 51 degrees. Oh, sorry. You took a practice quiz and got dumpster. A couple questions had me needing to review things. Others were complete BS. Well, hello. Thank you for the follow, Vex Freeze. Appreciate you putting up with me and my shenanigans. What am I looking for? Sorry, hang on. 05, that's what I'm looking for, because I know how to read this. Yeah, the thing is there is a lot of that in the tests, but then there is also just, and I guess, I don't know, on one hand, I don't know if they're necessarily trick questions, but some of them you do have to read very carefully. So I don't want to say that they're all absolutely horrible, terrible, but it is. It's such a significant thing that should be something that is addressed more than it is, but I don't know. They do make changes, but then I don't know. I don't know why it has to take that long. But anyway, sorry. Your instructor was great, retired from Air Force. His French accent cracked you up. He had all the best sayings. Do you remember any? I would love to hear them. That is so awesome. I do. Instructors are great, and I'm not saying that because I am one. Like I've not gotten to that level yet, but it's so much fun to get people's experience through their instructing. And then yeah, getting that wisdom from people who've actually gotten the experience is the best. So that's so great that you got to have that. Hello. I can't quite see. Hype. Sorry. Best one. A landing is like a fart. If you force it, it's going to be. I can't say that, but it's because I'm a lady. But okay, I kind of feel like I have to, just because it's so. Okay, I will just because it is. That's exactly how it is. You cannot force a landing. You're gonna crater it. You're gonna porpoise. So, okay, all right. I'll say it like that. A landing is like a fart. If you force it, it's going to be poop. Doesn't have quite the ring to it, but I appreciate that. Yes, that's so great. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind for myself as well. I actually just talked to one of my students about that. I will. I'll get into that. We'll get in the air. We'll get going. And we will potentially, if we have enough time, just flying along the Oh. Okay, hang on. Actually, one thing we are gonna quick do. We didn't talk about changeover points. We talked about it last time, just a little bit. But so world low. We are here, right? So we're flying here. We're gonna fly to our this thing, VOR, and then we are going to be flying between these two VORs. Where are we going to switch over? We are going to switch over if there is not a changeover point, which is a symbol that looks kind of actually like our track. Not really. I'll see if I can find one. Changeover. There, perfect. This one right here. So between these two VORs, this is our changeover point. I'll zoom in a little bit. Here's our changeover point. So it's 101 DME this way and 64 DME this way. If this symbol is absent between two VORs, you just do it at the halfway point. So you take this box here, because this box is the full DME between the VORs. These little numbers, 1818, are the different distance between the fix, between either fixes and the VOR, just of the section that they're on. So 18 here, 18 here. So the halfway point is just this fix here, Corvi. So yeah, so this number here, again, 18 between the VOR and the fix. 7 between these two fixes. 26 is from the VOR to the fix here. So this total. So 18 plus 7 is 25, but it's probably something like 18.5 and 7.5. And that equals, I don't know. However, that's figured out, but it's 26 from the VOR to that fix for the total, if that made sense. And then again, 32 to this fix for the total from the VOR. Yeah, that thing. Anywho, so we'll be changing over Corby, 18 DME. And whoa, this place has a lot of VORs left. Oh yes. We are down in the tippy tip of Texas. So now that you say that, do they have the MUN thing down here? Since they have so many left, is that a criteria that there has to be a certain few of them in order to have a MUN designation? No idea. But yes, we are. We're going to be able to go straight VOR, straight. Oh, and then I forgot to do this silly little taxi light. Gosh darn. Oh, oh, shoot. We also, okay. We have to get on VATSIM too. I almost forgot. We don't have to talk to ATC unless they decide to come back on. But, yeah, for now we're good. 1617 is our elevation, so we're pretty close there. We are within 75 feet one way or the other, so we're good. And then now we just take a quick see. Make sure everything just kind of looks normal for now. And then we trim for takeoff. So trim is going to the, fuel is on, going to the left according to our little placard right there. Trim for takeoff, so the arrow is right at the takeoff area. I don't want to mess with my trim right now, so we're gonna deal with it. Flight controls, we make a square, boom. That aileron is up. Elevator is up because we're back. Give the rudder a little wiggle while keeping our brakes set. Whichever way the rudder is going is the pedal that we are using. And then that aileron is up because that is where our thumb is pointing. We complete the square. Elevator is down now, and we come back to neutral. Texas cruise! Oh no! No, we've floated Texas before, and it was very fun. But if you had to be anywhere in this state, Kerrville would be it. Really? Why? It's exactly where we are. That's quite serendipitous. Sorry, that was also probably charming. All the things, flight control, mixture is where it needs to be. Throttle's where it needs to be for a bit. Carb heat is out. And then we check our primer, make sure that's in and locked. 1700 RPM. Carb heat goes out and back in. Mag check. One to the left and right. Two to the left. Watch that drop. Two to the right. Then we do a quick scan. Green, green. Fuel's good. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Straight and level centered. No movement. Level. No movement. Where it needs to be. No movement, no movement. Good, good. Good, good. Ah, I always miss the little vacuum right there. Vacuum, ammeter, all the way back around. Idle check. Isolated some elevation and vegetation to make it interesting. Up north enough to have better weather. Interesting. Okay, fair, fair. Well, I'm glad we picked this then. That's awesome. Okay. We have to call for our stuff. So we would call center. Actually, where would we call? All runways closed by NOTAM for certain operations. Well, words I can't say because I'm a lady. Clearance delivery, we would call them on the phone. And we would say, let's get our, what's it out? Where is it? Paint. We would call them up. So yes, did a little IFR flying. Not in IMC, just following the flight plan and doing the things. I have to quick set the parking brake because otherwise I'm going to forget that I did. Hang on. We're just going to pause it for a second. Okay. So, back to paint. So we would call them and we would say Houston Center. Again, we're on the phone, so it's going to be less formal or whatever, but we'll just go over it like we were just calling them up. So Houston Center, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. On the ground at Alpha Quebec. Just kidding. On the ground at Echo Romeo Victor Kerrville. Looking for our clearance to Alpha Quebec Oscar. They would come back and they would say, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, Houston Center. Cleared to Alpha Quebec Oscar as filed, hopefully. Climb, maintain 3,000. Expect 4,000 10 minutes after departure. We figured out we actually are doing that, and then at some point we will be, for our destination, we will be calling on that. So, departure frequency is our 122.7. Squawk 1234. Void if not off in 10 minutes. Time now 5135. I'm just kidding. 1535 Zulu. It's not, but I'm just, yeah. Contact us with intentions no later than 1545 Zulu. Yeah. Then we would say back. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1 is cleared to Alpha Quebec Oscar as filed. Climb, maintain 3,000. Expect 4,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 122.7. Squawk 1234. Void if not off in 10 minutes. Time now 1535 Zulu. Contact you with intentions no later than 1545 Zulu. Then they'd be like, all right, read that correct. Frequency change approved. And talk to you in the air. We'd be like, I'm just kidding. We wouldn't say that, but yeah. Yeah. And then we would get onto VATSIM. Hey, yo, what? I'm just kidding. No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine, especially since we're, yeah. We don't have to talk to ATC. Let me check one more time. Just so that we're not kidding. Okay, you know what? We were thinking of going here instead. But yeah, we did. We chose over here, so we don't have our nice ATC, but that is fine. That's probably okay, because something disastrous is probably going to happen. Oh, actually, we're supposed to be squawking 2200. Aha, I'm glad I looked. Because that is, we're on an IFR flight plan. Again, this is just a VATSIM thing. On an IFR flight plan, but not talking ATC because they're not on. So, yes. Some serious scribble! Oh, yes. How do people make it look nice? Never works for you. Well, okay, I would argue is not the right word. I would defend myself with the fact that I'm on Paint and using a mouse, but my handwriting looks exactly like that in real life. So, I don't know. As long as you can read it, it's perfectly fine. As long as you can read it for the amount of time that you need it for, which is like just for that clearance and through your takeoff and stuff like that, you're good. So yeah, it's all good. Hopefully. Okay, so we have our brake set. Mixture's full rich. Taxi landing light is on. We still have to get onto VATSIM. Shoot. Connect a mundo. Connect them. Oh, thank God. There does not appear to be any controller providing clearance delivery services at your departure airport curve. Please squawk 5114 for your IFR flight from Curve to Cacao. This will aid in your identification by any ATC that may be online later in your flight. That is different. Oh my God, we got a squawk 5114. That is so freaking cool. I mean, that must be new because we didn't have that. That's so cool. I love that so much. 3 beeps of death. Apparently not. I guess this one time. Every other time we've heard them, yes, absolutely. Just need notepad in the planes. Oh yes. I like my little electronic notepad. Although my finger is big and chubby, so that's why you get the wide enough screen so that you can scribble as much as you like and still remain legible. Okay, so we are going to taxi up to the hold short, make our call. We are going to be departing. Right turn to the northeast. All right. Okay. So I need to remember which button. Hang on. Okay. Kerrville traffic. Sorry. Departing 30. Right hand departure. To the northeast. Sorry. Oh, get nervous. Okay. Kerrville traffic, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, departing 30, right turn departure to the northeast. Kerrville. See, but I don't have to hear myself, so that's okay. Automatic PDC is pretty new, so is CTAF frequencies. Right, so I am. I'm glad I heard about the CTAF one, so I am doing it correctly, right? I'm doing whichever one is actually for the airport that it's for, right? And then, yes. The 3 beeps of death into life, I guess. And then control P. Or just P. Gosh darn it. Yep. Okay, excellent. Thank you. See, and that's why this is how I, what's the word? Justify putting new to VATSIM in my flight plans yet, because I am returning to VATSIM and things are new for me, and therefore I am also new. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so checking the things. Greens, flaps, mixture, throttle, carb heat, trim, and fuel. Go. You know what? I kind of want to turn the time back just like a little bit. And potentially get like a night. Well, it won't be a night landing. Because it's got to be an hour after sunset. Oh, well, maybe. Oh, gosh. Hope it doesn't take that long, but maybe it will. It's totally not on center line, but it's kind of pretty, though. Yeah, that should be good. I'm like so pleased with having an actual squat code. All right, so throttle goes up. Keep that hand on the throttle. Maintaining that center line with the rudders. Watching that airspeed. Airspeed is alive. Checking our engine instruments, making sure those look okay. Watching for that rotate speed. There we go. Maintain that runway heading. Up, our VORs are coming in. So watching for 400 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2,000, we'll be able to start our turn. Making our turn to the right. And then we would swap to center. Oh, we got to keep our turn coming in. Swap to center, and we would say Houston Center, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, just north of Kerrville. 2,400, climb 3,000. And then they would say Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, ident or radar contact or something like that. Cleared direct, Stonewall VOR. Or cleared to, where are we going? Cleared to Yano Airport. Oh, hang on. Because there's something where it's like, if they say clear direct to the VOR, that's our new clearance limit or something like that. So they have to say something like clear direct to Stonewall and then as filed or something like that. Climb maintain 4,000. Then we would say clear direct Stonewall VOR, then as filed, climb maintain 4,000. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Yeah, something like that. Sorry. Oh, also new command in vPilot. Like, oh, CTAF Kimia. So like if I were to put in .ctaf curve, it would put in the correct frequency. That's cool. So like if I saw on my map, if I was doing like a VFR flight and I was flying along and I was coming like past some other airport and I was like, oh, you know what? I should probably let them know I'm transitioning through their airspace. I could just type in the identifier with that. It should, but it may not work for all fields. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool though. Oh, so many new fun things to play around with. Getting a little bit off of our line. All right, so we're coming up to our 200 feet. Got to make sure we're paying attention there. Intercept our radial. Get an intercept heading in. 100 feet. We hold in pressure. Forward pressure on our yoke as our speed comes up. As that speed comes up, bring that throttle back. And then we would do our cruise and, climb and cruise checklists. Get our taxi landing lights off. Mixture is back pretty far, but okay. Oh, you know what else we could have done? We could have put in a radial for our second nav. Oh well. Not exactly. Oh, right. Not all of them are programmed, right? And not. Oh no! Neither curve or cacao return to frequency. Gosh darn it! Of course, we pick two of the ones it doesn't work with. Ah well. No, that's fun though, and I assume they're probably working on the bank. So it'll take time. And that's just fine. Get back up to our altitude. All right, so we've got some time, I guess. Um, so we talked last Tuesday. So since then, I'm trying to think. Um, so first thing was I started with a new student. Had a It's been kind of in the works since before I got my ticket, because she was working on ground school stuff. She did the M0 Alpha ground school course. She's a senior in high school right now, so we had to figure out I had to figure out, it's a good thing that she brought it up, that she had to have did she have to have a parent with for paperwork and stuff? And it was like, oh yeah, you do. I have the paperwork that says that, but I would have actually kind of forgotten to answer or to ask that question. So we figured out, she finished up with ground school stuff or finished up with enough where she was ready to kind of start flying. And so we did discovery flight. And since she was going to have a parent with, I was like, well, do you want to have parent come with on the flight? And she's like, really? And I was like, yes, we will go in a different aircraft than the 150. And it was the one that I have flown several times for, like, just airplane rides, giving airplane rides at my current airport. So I did. I wasn't too worried about it. See, usually I have such a time with climbing, and now I'm having such a time with not holding my freaking altitude. Sorry. Good for her. Yeah, she seems incredibly, like, driven, and, like, she's in a couple of different sports, and I'll get to this. She's on top of things. So she got through. She started her ground school, got through her ground school. Now she's going through some other stuff. She's getting her written figured out. After the flight, we were going to do some IACRA because we had some time. I was going to get her set up on there so that she could get her student pilot certificate. And as I sat her in front of it and I kind of started talking to her parent, she goes, well, I might have already done this. I was like, really? So she showed me a picture of the IACRA website, and she had her number and everything. And it was like, oh, because she was going to go take her written test as well, because the M0 Alpha gives their course, provides the endorsement for the written test. So it's like, awesome. That takes care of that portion for me, and I don't have to worry about that. So she did. She's all set up on that site. All she had to do was actually do the application to get the student pilot certificate. So, again, when I went through that, my number one instructor, he just pointed me in that direction of the site and told me to go ahead and do it. But friend instructor suggested that I actually go through the things with students, because actually I accidentally, when I went through the IACRA thing, I set myself up as a recommending instructor. So I have that on there as applicant and recommending instructor, and I've had that since I was a student pilot. So it's only now that I can actually use the recommending instructor thing. And I'm a little bit worried because I'm in the system now, but it's still not letting me recommend my students, like take their applications, be like, yes, they are a student pilot, give them their student pilot certificate. So I hope that that's not going to be an issue. So again, that's where I was going with that was, yeah, kind of not walking them through it, but kind of stepping through it with them, just to kind of make sure that nothing like that happens. But I did. I was kind of like, I went through it with my first student, and then with this student, I was like, you know what? seems like she's got this. So yeah, just kind of was like, all right, yeah, do your application and then just let me know when you're done. So yeah, so that'll be interesting. So we're coming up 6.2. We got 6 miles until we have to make our turn, which is going to be on a radial 345. So we could actually, why don't we do that? Let us set, our bearing for 345. That way that should come in and we can follow that. Okay, so we have intercepted our radial. We're going to get back onto a course. We should probably actually, before the sun actually sets. Whee! La. So pretty. Yes. So, yeah, very driven, taking care of herself. Even to the surprise of me. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. So, I was getting the plane ready. I got there early. I was getting the plane ready. And it was like, okay, I need an extra headset, and there's no headsets. They brought a headset because the dad had actually been working on his. Oh, we have ourselves an ADF indication. Interessante. All right, gotta catch some Z's. Sounds good. Have a good night. You as well. Have an excellent week. Have a good Monday, I hope. But yes, excellent week. Sleep well. Good to see you as always. Oh God, I am off course. Hang on. Don't mind me. Although we are getting pretty close. So we don't want to what's the word? Don't want to overshoot things or overcorrect. But yes, hope to see you again soon. We will, I'm not sure. We might actually just kind of start streaming on Sundays, but then I was looking at next week and I was like, I might have stuff on Monday, so I won't be able to do Sunday. So we'll just see what happens when it comes to days and stuff. 1.2, so 1 mile. And then we will have to make our turn to 345. So is the ADF actually pointing to the VOR? Standard rate, standard rate, standard rate, but we don't want to miss our... Oh, there it was. There it was. Okay, so standard rate, turning to our 345, but we will turn a little bit, since we apparently missed it, we will turn a little bit past our 345 to actually intercept it. So we got our 345 on the bottom. That's our next, heading / radial. So that's 345. Get back on our 345. That's too much. Oh, it's coming in. Decrease that correction, decrease that correction, decrease that correction. And we're S-turning all over the friggin' track. All right, okay. No, it's picked up a station. Okay. Use up here as we still have... Oh, AM radio. So it's not... Like, is it specifically these ones, though? Or does it just pick up any station? Only instrument that can pick up the hockey game. That's so cool. I would like to fly a plane that has that and use that. So they are frequent up where you are? So I need to do a cross country and come a visiting? Because I think it would be fun. I've heard fun stories about them. Yes, so I was figuring stuff out with the plane, and it was fine because they ended up bringing their own because the dad had soloed, and so she used his, and I actually brought with my cruddy passenger ones that I haven't actually used in a long time, and that was so then the dad was able to use those. And we did paperwork, and then we got in the plane, and it was, for some reason, I felt a bit off that day for a variety of reasons, I'm sure. So I'll go over them. It's one thing to have the student, and it's another thing to have the student as well as a parent, as well as having a parent that actually like knows stuff. Cause like he was asking me sorts of questions. Like towards the end, he asked about Pipers, and it was like, I don't really know anything about Pipers, cause that was what he flew. And it was like, I want to be that forthcoming person with all this information. But there were certain things where it was just like, I'm not quite sure how to answer that, or I know how to answer that. Like I know the answer, but for some reason I can't quite get it out properly. And then there were certain things where, yeah, like the way that either I explained it or I don't know, it came off confusingly, and I could tell that, and and then it was unfortunately bumpy. It wasn't too bad, it seemed, on the ground. Like it was just a little bit of a crosswind, with a little bit of just like light, maybe gustings, but like not bad. And then we got up in the air, and it was just all sorts of bumbly wumbly, but so it was a little bit more difficult for her to kind of control the plane. Oh, and that's the other thing too, is despite me having flown a lot in that plane, I did forget that I was now flying it from the right seat, as well as it has been a while, and I am used to now the 150. And this one it has the constant speed propeller, as well as a higher performing engine. So, and plus some other little things. What was our changeover point again? 18. So we have to switch at 18. 8 miles. Slowly fading away. No! Back in the day when lost, just pick up a station, wait for commercials. As it points the station, you know the town. That's so, oh, I love that so much. Oh, it takes me back. 11.1 nautical miles and 11 knots. 111 knots it was, I promise. But like, I don't know, I guess what's the word? What I think of is like Sandlot stuff. Gosh, I love the Sandlot movie. That's my summer movie. I have to watch it every summer, else it's not summer yet. So yeah, like stuff like that. I don't know. Does that make sense? That's fun. And at some point, we should probably do a flight with ADF. However, that one will not be on VATSIM, and that will probably just be practice. And then at some point, we will do a VATSIM flight with the ADF. At some point. I won't promise anything because, yeah, I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be like. It's going to be different every single week. So yeah, so there were just, I wasn't happy with how I introduced quite a few things. I wasn't happy with my own performance in the aircraft. But it did. We got to fly over their house, and then I let her do some straight and level flights, some turns, and then I just kind of let her do kind of what she wanted. We chatted about stuff. And she's got some interesting goals. She wants to do mission stuff. And it was like, yes, that's awesome. And yeah, so very, very ambitious and driven. And the other freaking thing is she's going to college. So in the fall, so she's looking hopefully to get her private done before she starts. So that's like 3-4 months. So I'm like, oh, yeah, great, let's do that. And it was, I'm trying my best to like project that confidence and that ease my students and their parents sitting in the back, like not being like, oh God, you want to get your private in 3 months with me? But no, it'll be good. So yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm trying to balance too, is like the confidence, but not coming off as trying too hard. So yeah, it's fun. Heck yeah, right seat time. I can't say that because I'm a lady, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Yes, hello, how is it going? Good to see you. Yes, absolutely. We are now, I haven't quite started the actual double I prep, but we're gonna be getting there. I have to get through my written test yet. And then 17.7 miles, we are getting to our changeover point right about now. So swappage. And a swappage. Oops. Little much forward pressure. So yeah, I did. I wished I would have done a little bit better on certain things, and then we're coming back into the pattern, and the windsock is variable. It's crosswind, and then it's going from one direction to the other, and it's like, okay, I've done that before in worse gusts, so I didn't think much of it. But again, I had forgotten it wasn't from the right seat, and I hadn't actually flown that aircraft in a while. So again, the rust is real. But it was fine. Got set up, got on the downwind, and it was again pretty significant crosswind, so we were coming into it, and I don't think I had quite enough crosswind correction in after we rolled out, because we started kind of like doopa-doopa-ing, just like a little bit, yeah, on the runway. And I was like, oh God. And it was just, you keep flying it right to tie downs. And I just not acted like it was normal, but I addressed it and was like, again, it's a little bit gustier, planes, a little bit of a handful, but like it's fine. You just keep flying it all the way down, get that crosswind control in. And when I showed the full crosswind control, I was like, oh, crosswind control goes a lot further than I think I had in. So I think that was my problem. So yeah, so that was like my main thing, where I was like, oh God, she, as well as her parent, are not going to want her to be taking lessons with me. And I was like, oh no, I made a terrible first impression. But we have lessons planned for this week, so apparently I didn't make too bad of an impression. You're not instrument rated, but your friend was. Oh, you do an ADF DME approach. It is 180. You thought nothing would be better than that. Oh, outside of ILS. Okay. Oh. Cause the ADF has like the weird thing where you have to like the homing thing where if you don't quite crosswind correct properly, you end up doing the going around it. Sorry, because technical terms, I guess. But yeah, it's fun. NDB approaches are weird. Wild. I have seen I've seen them done. We might have tried one once and it did not go well at all. It was like it was an accident, kind of. It was one of those things where we were looking for an instrument approach to do, and all of a sudden the airport we picked had an ADF, so it was like, oh, for the love. So we had to do it, because that's what I do to myself. And yeah, it was different. It is a technique which I didn't have and don't have at the time. Didn't have at the time and don't currently have. So, oh well. So we're coming up. We're 10 miles from the VOR. So we'll get the weather at our airport. No, we're going to... Oh God, where are we going to? Yano. Oh, for the love. Looking for cacao. Looking for cacao. Oh no, hang on. Cacao, cacao, cacao. I do not see... Ah, cacao. Boom. Kilo... Gosh darn it. Kilo Alpha Quebec Oscar. 8th at 0455 Zulu, automated, 50 degrees at 3 knots. That should be fine for 17. 10 statute miles, scattered at 3,100. So that should be fine, scattered at 4,300, broken at 6,000, 14 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees for our dew point. Altimeter 29er, 89er, remarks AO2 differentiates precipitation. So 29er, 89er. So they would call us and say, hey, let us know when you have the weather as well as your approach request. And then we would say, hang on, let me actually get the approach up. Oh, I guess I can throw that in there if y'all want to look at it. Oh, sorry. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Shoot. I have no idea what's happening. We're probably busting our altitude the other way now. Shoot. Oh, don't have a dedicated NDB-based approach around there, but you have a few ILS approaches that have their final approach fixes that are NDBs. And navigating to those via ADF was already whacked. Interesting. Ooh, a doubly sort of a one. That's cool. That's good experience, though. Fly 5 miles or more outside it. Put your heading you're flying on the ADF in. Wait for the needle to point to 160. That's the runway. Then fly 16, descend as per the chart. For which approach? Hi, how is it going? Good to have you here. We are currently, oh God, hang on. Sorry. I was just getting the approach in and into the chat there for a second, and then we completely got off course. Sorry. And by we, I mean me. Let us take a good, nice chunk of, oh God, chunk of intercept heading. So yes, they would say, ATC would say, let us know when you have the weather as well as your approach request. And then we would say Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1 has the weather at Yano, requesting VOR Alpha via Yano Vortac. And then they would say you can expect VOR Alpha. Be like, all right. And then, oh, and actually they'd probably say cleared for the approach because we have to do the thing. And we are about to start the approach, so I will go a little bit sterile cockpit, and then we'll probably pop. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to just babble the rest of the stories out as we're doing this. I don't know. We'll see. We're coming up. We're coming up on it. 2 miles from our fix. So they'd say cleared for the approach, and you can switch to cancel with us now or on the ground. And you can switch to advisory frequencies. So we would switch to advisory frequencies. We would say, we'll cancel with you, or we'll cancel IFR on the ground. And switch to advisory frequency is approved. Cleared for VOR Alpha approach. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Coming up on it, then we need to turn to 089 degrees. Yeah, so we're gonna go 08. Oh, frick. It's almost completely west. We want to pull the needle since we're flying the back course. Set our timer. Frick. Sorry. Example approach. Excellent. What plane is it? I am glad you asked. Hang on. I'm gonna get myself trimmed out. Oh, here we go. Oh God, I press things. Oh God, I'm pressing other things. Shoot. Shoot. It does. God dang it. Oh, it did work. Perfect. Sorry. The JP Logistics. The WBSIM JP Logistics 152. Yes, that. It's got Ducky. And it's awesome and cool and made by awesome and cool people. So yes, highly recommended. Oh, 1 minute. So now we turn. Standard rate, and our intercept heading is going to be 59 degrees, so we'll just go with 60. Okay. So yes, I'll have to check the example approach once we get on the ground. Would fly an NDB into Nanaimo on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Nice. Wild, yes. I love it. It's, yeah. Oh God, hang on. Nope, we're still turning. That's fine. That's fine. This is normal. We also have to, oh, fruit cake and muffins. We are 10 miles out, so I could say that we are 10 miles. Yano traffic, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, 10 miles to the west at 4,000. Inbound for runway 17, Yano. Oh. All right, so we're 2 miles from our fix. We can descend to 3,500. And I'm actually going to bring that down we're coming up close on the fix, which is our final approach fix. Taxi lights, landing lights. Fruitcake, I picked the wrong frickin' lever for the love. Sorry, carb heat. Mixture full rich. 500, so 3,500. We're gonna be just at the bottom of the green there so that we can toss a notch of flaps in. Remaining at our 35 for the frickin' 100, sorry. 1.1. 89 degrees. Oh, frick. That was a boo-boo. There, cool. Sorry. So I completely messed this up, and we have full deflection, but it's the sim, so we're just gonna continue. So yeah, so now and we are past our final approach fix, so we can start descending to our 1720. Oh, there it is. Yep, yep, yep. Gentle corrections, gentle corrections. So carb is in, fuel is on, undercarriage is fixed, mixture full rich, power, propeller, pump, safety, seatbelt, security, time, gear, tower, power, lights, lights, lights. We're making our calls. So, 6 miles out, 5 miles out. We're 5 miles out, so we'll make that call. Yano traffic, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, 5 miles west at 2,800. Inbound to enter right downwind for runway 17, Yano. And we're looking for 5.5. We want to get down to 1720. Our dive and drive. We'll get down to our minimums so that we can hopefully see the runway. And then do our right downwind. Which will be on our side. So our missed approach point is 6.5, which is the runway. $17.20 again. Looking for... Was this a terrible idea? Oh, wait. I might see the runway. Was this a terrible idea to come in when it was starting to get dark? Probably was. Oh well. Again, getting ourselves down. 2 more miles. 1720. The rule of thumb. Oh! We see the beacon at least. We see the beacon at least. .4 miles. See, okay, like in this sim, it always seems like it's a lot harder to see the runway from. Oh, I see a plane. From the side, but I do believe I have it in sight. Yes. So we are going to make our. Wait, no, hang on. 5.5. Okay, now we're gonna make our turn. Yano traffic, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Right downwind 17 Yano. Oh, that is not okay for my visualness. Okay, please stop the blue. Stop the blue! Stop the blue. 1720. Yes, there is the runway. Okay. Okay. So we're maintaining our 1720. I mean, we could actually climb a little bit. Okay. Watching our speed. And we don't want to get more than 1.3 miles out. There's our runway. Ah, gently, gently, gently. Power out. We're gonna throw another notch flaps in there. Get my pedals where they need to be. We're not on glide slope, so we're gonna slip it a little bit. Now we're gonna get on center line because that's what normal people do. Keeping an eye on our speed. Okay, and now I need to do that thing where I don't land like a weirdo. Flare. And flare. Gentle, 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 gentle. That was terrible. Hey, but we made it. Okay, so. I didn't call our final. Oh, no. See, it's fine when we're not on VATSIM. Yano traffic, Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1, clear of runway 17 Yano. Is that a friend? Why aren't my... I see an aircraft, but I can't... My tags aren't showing up. Gosh darn it. Okay, sorry, anyway. Oh, sorry. I'll quit taxiing like a... Yeah, person. We'll bop around for just a little bit longer, so I can finish up story time, and then we will be, Elfine. I'm really upset that I can't see who that might be. Wait, hang on. No, that's fine. We're gonna go like right here. Whoosh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just seeing things, question mark. Okay, sorry, going back up. Oh no. Friday Harbor still has one. I should try it. Okay. Let me write it down. Ah. Okay. I have it written down. So at some point, Charlie Yankee Charlie Golf used to have an NDB approach to two NDBs. Oh my gosh, no active NDBs now, and localizer recently decommissioned. Just RNAV approach now. Boo. Okay. You grew up there. Oh my gosh, small world. You live near the end of Wood 5. Look at you guys. And your parents live across the river. That's so cool. Yes, wild. Selkirk College had a great aviation program back in the day. Oh. This is intense. It was indeed. And sorry, hang on. Other thing is, including when we uh uh not just our call, our clear of runway call, we also turn all the stuff off that we're supposed to, and yeah, all those things. Trim for takeoff, and car peak goes back in, and checklists. Yes. All right. So, NTB approach. And he's still at, and he's, I guess that is a question too. Active in the sim. No. Mist was a turn back to Castlegar. Interesting. And you have the cap from 06. Interesting. Well, yes, we at some point we'll have to try. And I will need assistance. So prepare yourselves. But for now, we will just kind of, let's see, what do we have? Oh, and also, we call them up and we cancel IFR. So we call them and we say probably still Houston Center. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Cacao is also close. Apparently. Houston Center. Cessna Hotel Tree 1 Delta 1. Cancel IFR. On the ground at Yano. Cancel IFR. And they'd be like, alright, squawk VFR. And, good day. Then we also say good day. And then we squawk VFR. Oh, or we can just click VFR. There. Alright, so let us see. Well, I'm almost like, I don't know that there's all that much left to tell. So maybe we'll just taxi in and do the shutdown, and I'll just speak really fast. Okay. So yes, so yes, I now have two students, I guess, because apparently I didn't make too terrible of an impression on new student, and we're going to fly a plane that I am now more familiar with, and parent won't be with, so I won't be trying to do that as well, because I am not, I'm not, I don't know if that comes across, but I'm not actually that great at being a social person. So yeah. So doing the whole like student as well as parent thing is weird. Oh, I'm supposed to. Hello. Oh shoot, sorry. Am I gonna? All the other ones are parked backwards, so I'm gonna park backward. Oh, you want me not on the T? Okay, sounds good. Oh, I'm going this way. See, why are you telling me to go that way if you are not directly behind the T? Oh. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. I don't know what that means. Oh, does that mean shut down? Okay, fine, jeez. Okay, so we're shutting down, I guess. So yeah, and then it was, I left all this time for us to go through IACRA at the end, and didn't have to. So we ended up being very early done. And yeah, let them go off and do stuff. And she had a sport afterwards. So yeah. Oh, landing light was supposed to go off. So that's something. Is I have one student who like works in chunks of weeks, and then another student, so that we get sometimes daytime flights and then sometimes evening after work flights. But at the same time with the evening after work flights, oh yeah, I did have those on. Don't want to throw too much at him there because it's already been a long day. So he's not gonna like absorb new stuff as well as during just like a daytime flight where he hasn't been doing stuff all day. And then another student where it's like she's got class in the morning and then a chunk of time in the middle, and then she's got a sport like in the afternoonish. So we can either do like a chunk in the middle of the day or an evening. So yeah, so we got this week figured out because I also have to do my stuff too. So yes, trying to accommodate students. Again, I only have 2 right now, but still, accommodating students while also getting my own stuff done. So yeah, and as more appear out of the woodwork, that's, yeah, that will probably start being more difficult, especially because the plane is actually in its 100 hour coming up here soon, and weather is not the best at the moment, but it's every week is something friggin' new. Have I ever heard the phrase squawk normal? Squawk. Was that a normal squawk? I don't know. I'm not sure. Is that what it also is called? Hello, by the way. How is it going? I assume, is that just squawk VFR? Would I? Oh, go to Brilliant or just intercepted. Friday Harbors. Ooh, Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Romeo. Yeah. Final story was just Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Romeo. I was supposed to have a lesson. We got all the things, right? Got all the things. Oh, and then that goes off. We are secured. Other thing, I was supposed to have a lesson also, but we had to go get the dual engine plane. So it was Friendstructor and I, and Friendstructor's buddy, who is currently working on his commercial. So I was able to be CFI for that flight. And oh geez, I pressed buttons. So it does look secure. So we will go to, oh wait, somebody landed. So I was supposed to like, look. Oops. I hear someone. So yeah, so it ended up, yeah, I was able to do some commercial instruction, which was weird and different because it's like, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot except for the maneuvers, but like it is, a lot of it does end up kind of being the navigation stuff, the long distance, the cross country, like that sort of things. So that was interesting. And then for instructor and I took the multi-engine back because it was in its annual, so we had to go get it back. And for instructor's buddy took the 172 back. And yeah, so got a little bit more multi-engine experience-ish. Got back into the actual IFR stuff. I was supposed to be working the radios, and that was a little bit different. Not different, but like it's been a while. But then yeah, worked on GPS updates. Friendstructor was supposed to be there longer, but he actually had to leave early, so I was kind of on my own for it. And it worked out okay. There were some things. I'm not seeing anybody, so I think I'm gonna go back to the menu. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's kind of because we've been waiting because I was so worried I was gonna do something wrong. But oh, that's so freaking cool. But now Band-Aid's been kind of ripped off. So I'll go like, nope, not yet. Nope, this thing. Oh, and we'll look at our little nav map. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Yes, GPS updates. Yeah, kind of my job now. They're definitely overdue, cause yeah, was kind of waiting for Friend Structure to be able to be there with me and supervise, but it did. It kind of had to get done, and there was only one major snag, being that the airplane that we just brought back, no, a different one. A different one was, it didn't even have a subscription. The owner didn't even have a subscription for it at the moment. And he's out of the country, so couldn't contact him. So that's going to be what we have to work on this week, is now I have to learn how to buy the subscription. Like, oh, yay. So yeah, that's, yeah, taking over jobs, little jobs around the airport. So yeah, that's fun. So yeah, I have the care of the GPS updates, and get to wander around and take GPS cards out of different airplanes and different hangars, and then get them all loaded up, and then go back through and stick them all back in the correct spots, and make sure that they all get uploaded and correctly, because there's some weird little quirks for some of them, and make sure I get everything locked up and don't leave any master switches on. It's a lot of responsibility. You don't know, you keep hearing on VATSIM, but never IRL in the 15 years of flying. Okay, sounds good. It must be a VATSIM thing then, which would kind of surprise me, actually, because are you flying just in the US, or are you flying elsewhere? Normal is basically mode C on VATSIM. So just the 1200 ? Or like click the altitude button. Interesting. That would. I would be confused that they would have something prevalent that's not prevalent in real life. That's not normal in real life. But yeah. I think that was all the stories for now. I'll have more next time. Again, busy week this week. So yeah, I'm glad we got this done. I do. I kind of wish we would have had the ATC for it, but again, still kind of getting back into it, so it's probably a good thing. So we got our flight plan filed, at least, and we got our squat code. I was so pleased with getting that squat code. We started in our parking. We taxied out totally on the center line. Went in there, did our thing. Taxi. Went off to the side to do our run up. And then we took off. Yay! At 400 feet, we turned. Went direct-ish to the VOR. And then went direct-ish along our Victor Airway. And did the worst freaking parallel procedure turn ever. What is this? What is this garbage? It looks like a dinosaur that is going up. I can't do that. That thing. It's like Littlefoot, and he's going up. Sorry. It's exactly how I feel about it. So yeah, so what we were supposed to do was go directly to the VOR, and then go straight out on 89er, and then turn back in to intercept at a 30-degree-ish angle. Oh, actually, technically, I wouldn't have. It would have been just direct to. I haven't thought about that in a while. For the parallel entry, usually I just do a teardrop entry because, like, what I have been told is when you do the teardrop entry, Then once you turn, you have that much more time to get yourself set up back onto the fix. Whereas like with this one, I was all sorts of turned around clearly, so we went like that, and then we tried to re-intercept, and we were way over here by the time we passed the fix. So we didn't have that extra time. If we would have just kind of bopped out this way and turned back in, got ourselves back onto the fix, and then continued on. But it worked out fine, I guess, and then we got onto our radial there. And since 1-7 was a right traffic pattern, I'm not sure. I guess I would maybe assume it'd be because of the mountain, or it could be a noise thing. But we did. We got down to our MDA before like 1 mile before our missed approach point, so that we could make a sort of downwind turn, and turned in, and it was slightly questionable, but we landed, and then got off onto the taxiway and taxied back in, and we shut down. Yay. No, VATSIM transponder is either standby or mode C. No mode A, etc. Right. Normal, you think, came from an old client that had a standby button. Oh, or a normal button. Okay. Interesting. No, that makes sense then, I guess. That's fair enough. And it just demonstrates the distinctions between the virtual world and the real world. Yeah. Grace, thank you. Thank you. I do. I appreciate you guys being here. Putting up with my shenanigans. I am still trying to get back into the IFR stuff. I am not that I was ever real nice at it, but I'm definitely still rusty and working on that. So I appreciate you bearing with me as I get back into it, and at some point, yeah, hopefully. I say at some point, hopefully it'll. There's always something new. When we were doing this, as much as we did, as many IFR flights as we did, in as many different places as we did, there was always something new. You do. You learn new things each time. That helps, certainly. But there's always going to be something new. So we will. We're going to keep on working at it, doing our absolute bestest. And yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, we'll look for somebody. Somebody to raid. We like our low and slow. Ooh. I know it's not for me, but I'm going to read through it anyway. NDB, C procedure begins cross Castlegar, NDB. Miles, 9 northeast of the airport at 9,000, turn and call. And call outbound. Track 359, execute procedure, turn, call inbound and descend to 8,000. Continue to NDB, descending to 5,900, call brilliant inbound. And why? And descend to minimums of 53.8. Okay, hang on. Is that one still available? Okay, hang on. If it's still available, I want to look at it. Mr. Approach is 1.3. No, the NDB is ridiculous. Gosh darn it. Okay, I'll just continue reading it and just imagine this the insanity. Descend to minimums of 53.80. Missed approach is 1.3 from the button of 1.5. Missed was climb 7,000 on track 179. Then left climb turn to Castlegar, NDB on track 349, climb to 9th. Sounds exhausting. Interesting though. Oh, okay. No, all the NDBs are decommissioned. Oh, that is like why? Why of all the things? There's so many more things that could be done. Alas. But we will. We'll look into that. We'll look into it at some point. All right. Looking for I want to say something, but I don't want to be I don't understand some of the flight streams. Like, I would like to be enlightened. Like, where people are sleeping instead of flying. I don't know if this person is ending soon. But hey, if I don't babble, could at least catch the landing. So, yes, we'll plan for this quickly. Just a perspective of how scary the valley is. 5,380 feet is 3,756 feet AGL, and visibility needs 3 miles. Right. Yes. There's so many like the approaches that we do, I try to keep it pretty level because of things like that, because that's just so insane. And then having to like drop down after that, we tried that once and it didn't, I think we survived but it was intense. So yes, that's still sad that it's no longer available though, because they're really good for experience and for practice. So, oh darn. And yes, too cool. Thank you. It's fun to look at those things. So let me go over the things. Okay. So whoever got lost and found their way here or found their way back, thank you so much for being here and putting up with me and my shenanigans. Thank you, Mustafa, for the raid. Appreciate it so much. Check out Mustafa. Thank you for the follows. And yes, it is. It's always fun. I always appreciate you guys being here. We do not typically stream on Tuesday, or sorry, we do not typically stream on Sundays. We typically stream on Tuesdays for Flight Sim, but again, I've got a busy week coming up, so we will, yeah. This was the stream for the week. We'll see about next week. It's typically Tuesdays, might start being Sundays, so I will let you know in my Discord. We also have we got aviation stuff in there, music, movies, media. We got the menagerie, which is give me your pets and other fuzzy and scaly and many-legged creatures. I love that. So yes, we got that as well. Literature, yeah, because we read on this stream too, or we used to. Some point want to get back to that, and yeah, so yeah, it's a hodgepodge mishmash in there, but it's a good time. So also, we'll bring this back one more time. Gosh darn it. Oh no. Oh, that was oh. Are we here? Oh no. Okay. So you can see me, but I cannot do anything. OBS isn't responding, so I think I'm gonna just um try to get the raid going and before things go really wonky. So I guess never mind. I was gonna show Parallel the Platypus again, but I guess you can just find him at some point. Yeah, Parallel the Platypus is in there. I can throw him in there again if you'd like, but otherwise, yeah, you can go find him in the aviation channel. Anyway, so yes, Discord is there. We will just get to the raid. I can't change anything, so you'll see me doing strange things until I can actually stop the stream. Which is probably just exiting OBS Studio apparently. So sorry about that. Let me get to here so I can start the raid. Ah. There. This is weird. Maybe if I. Okay. Get into the raid. Make sure that he's still going to be streaming for a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to exit out of some things too. That maybe OBS Studio will come back. I feel like this person isn't staying. So we'll go somewhere we haven't gone in a while. I don't know if this one is either, so we're oh no. Oh gosh. All right, sorry. We're just gonna go to one and hope that one of them is staying on. This always happens. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anybody I'm looking at is like landing right now. I'm also kind of hoping that my OBS comes back on before I leave, but perhaps not. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. um Tell you to have an R cap. Okay, so what is R? For the localizer that got down to 1.5 mile viz and 2400 AGL, which AirBC managed to get approved, but now can't kill it a while back. Stop the killing! And the localizer was decommissioned too. Boo! They do. They gotta stop decommissioning. Oh my gosh. Wait for the program. Yes, so I am. As soon as I can get the raid going, I'm just gonna have to like completely close OBS and hope that that cuts off the stream. So, we will. We're sending you off on a raid. So did all the things with that. If I forgotten anything, brain is absolutely mush, as usual. So apologies. I did not mean to miss anything. But yeah. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Have a great whatever it's gonna be for you. Hope to see you again soon. And until next time, yeah, all the good things. Again, thank you all for being here. It is. It's always so fun and I always appreciate it. So have fun in the raid and yeah, all the good things. So thank you so much and bye. Where's the raid? There it is. Da, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So yeah, I'll just sit here awkwardly until I can start the raid. So all right, bye.